segment.
High spots and low shots. Confusing me there. I'll take the reins from here, no pun intended, for my low shot, and I will say, you know what? Seth Rollins. I mean, you had a chance to go to the, well, at least compete for the main event at WrestleMania, and you got shut out because you got too big for your britches. I mean, I love him to death, but he felt the need to get involved in Reigns' business at the start of the night, and it came back and it bit him in the ass. So Seth Rollins, close, but no cigar, but he still has the briefcase, so the sun will shine another day. Who's your low shot?
Well, I mean, after that spear, I kind of want to make a big show, but he did win, so I shouldn't. Rollins makes a lot of sense. I could, you know what? I'm going to go with Eric Rowan.
Interesting. Yeah, actually, it makes a lot of sense.
Well, and it's not just because he lost, but it's also because he just had that heart-to-heart with John Cena, his hero, earlier on in the night. And then he got the shit beat out of him, and Cena was just like, oh, that's that guy that just got, my little heart-to-heart with him. Maybe I should go help him. Nah!
I don't even know why Rowan bothered to have the emotional investment, because he's like, oh, John Cena will come out and help me, and then he must have had flashbacks from Survivor Series, like the build up to Survivor Series, and it was just like, oh, crap. So yeah, I feel bad for him, but he's definitely
a different kind of PTSD.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely a worthwhile recipient of your low shot. With that said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to take a liberty. I'm going to make Big Show my honorary high spot. A, because he did win, and he beat Roman Reigns. Hook or crook, after that stat that you threw out, I think he deserves a mention. And two, and this is where I'm taking liberties with it, he gave us such great material that just put the biggest smile on my face just now. So I have to commend the man for that. Oh, Big Show, when the day comes that you running as a source of comedy, I don't even know what that says about me or the world. But my legitimate high spot... Let me see. You know what? I'm going to be different. I'm going to say Cesaro is my high spot.
Nice.
He continues the momentum for Team Uppercats. Probably secured his team, fully now, a tag team title opportunity. So, I mean, the rest, as they say, is history. And, yeah, Cesaro got the job done. So nothing more to say than that.
Yeah. My high spot? Screw it. My high spot's Roman Reigns.
Yeah, man.
I mean, say what you will about the loss. It wasn't a clean loss. I mean, yeah, he got pinned, but it was because of a bunch of shenanigans that went down. He proved tonight that he is over, and then on top of proving that he already was over, he did a lot of stuff tonight to get himself more over with the hardcore fans, with, the confronting of Seth Rollins in the first segment, when Rollins kind of stepped up to him, and then he had that little soundbite where he was just like, if you step one step closer and I'm going to knock you into next week or whatever it was. And then the segment with Bryan where he was really like his short promo, succinct, and then the final segment of the night where he just destroyed the Big Show with that spear. And then he actually helped Daniel Bryan to win. Like, say what you will about him having a grudge with Seth Rollins, and that's the reason why he really did what he did. At the end of the day, when everything is done and said and done, he helped Daniel Bryan to win. And that right there is helping a lot with getting him over as a face. Yeah,
I love all the points that you mentioned. Can't really contend with any of them from where I'm sitting. Definitely a worthwhile recipient for high spot. Because, again, as you mentioned, like, even though he lost, I think he had an amazing recovery. So, yeah, great choice.
And if I have to pick somebody that didn't lose, it would be Triple H, based on the fact that he was just on point, and then he had an amazing podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that said, let's move on to Raw Request. And, Ashton, I'm going to defer to you first, because I always need more time to come up with these. What's your Raw Request?
Oh, brother. See, I'm not prepared for this. Tell you what, my Raw Request is to continue to let Roman Reigns keep it succinct. Don't try, like you were for about a month and a half, to turn him into this white bread babyface John Cena wannabe. Let him be the badass.
Yeah, completely agree. I love that. Jeez. My Raw Request, you know what? I loved how there seemed to be more of an emphasis on actual matchups. We got some solid matchups on this Raw tonight. I like that Eric Rowan had that hard-to with John Cena. I'd almost like to say I'd like to see more segments like that with just really undercard guys. I don't. You know what? I guess my Raw request will be to keep up this momentum that I think you have going on with Miz and Mizdow. I think they had some pretty good television tonight, and I just want to, keep seeing them, get that time, maybe even get a bit more promo time, publicly with Miz lambasting Mizdow in the ring and just undercutting him in front of everybody, and really create an atmosphere for this pop, because I am worried about Mizdow having a drop-off, and I just want to make sure that Mizdow is as protected as possible in terms of, giving him all the materials needed to make this work. So keep giving these guys shine the way that you are. So yeah, that's my Raw request.
There you go.
All right. With that said, we have our headliner, 30-second hot seat. What do you have for me this week, brother?
Tell you what, I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it opinion-based. I don't want to try and stump you with this, so I'm just going to say this.
Sweet.
We already know that we're going to get three. We already know about 3 matches that we're getting at NXT TakeOver. We already know that we're getting Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens for the title, Fatal 4-Way Women's match for the title, and, of course, we have our number 1 contenders tournament final, whoever that'll end up being. So my question to you is, I'm going to just say 2. Name 2 other matches that you think are going to happen at the pay-per-view, and who you think are going to win those matches. All right?
Okay.
30 seconds, go.
I think we're going to see a return match between Team Thick and the Lucha Dragons, and Team Thick will retain again, because I do see these guys going on a legitimate run. And you know what? I'm going to be more of a shot in the dark. I'm going to say Marcus Louis is finally going to have that match with Tyler Breeze, because he has been stalking him lately, and I could see Marcus Louis going over in an upset. So those are my 2 picks.
Awesome. You did that in about 20 seconds. So, correct. Congratulations. I literally just was getting ready to say hooray. So congratulations and hooray at the same time.
Yes!
That's how tired I am right now. Guys, you got to understand, we watched the entire Steve Austin podcast before we even started recording this. So it is 2 o'clock in the morning and I am ready to go to bed.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I'm feeling kind of sleepy myself, so to speak. But with that said, guys, this has been Raw. This has been TwitWow, the best wrestling podcast made for wrestling fans, by wrestling fans, on the web today. I'm John. That's my cohort and commentary, Ashton. Guys, be sure to comment and subscribe on YouTube. What did you think of Raw this week? Hell, the commentary will be coming from us tomorrow. What did you think preemptively of the Austin Triple H interview? Do you think Roman Reigns is making a recovery? That'll be the big hot button question. Be sure to take the conversation over to Pweetov, an amazing pro wrestling group, some of the nicest wrestling fans you'll ever meet. And again, be sure to tune in with us tomorrow as we discuss the podcast more in depth. And also on Wednesdays, our big night for our Lucha Underground and NXT reviews. Lucha Underground, we'll see how Cage and Puma further what they're doing. Will the Lucha Underground Championship be replaced? And NXT, well, we've got Finn Balor versus Hideo Itami. Aw, yeah. Until then, guys, you know what to do. Tune in and peace out.